Today I'm going to show you how to set up a Linux VM on AWS. So to start off with, we're on the console home right here. And if you've already been to EC2, EC2 is where you create the VMs. It should be up here on the list of recently visited things, like it is here for me. But if this is your first time, you may need to find it. So you can go up here to search and go EC2, and you'll see right here it says features, and it says dashboard EC2 feature. That's where you want to go. So we're going to go ahead and click on that to bring up the dashboard. And here's the EC2 dashboard. So now we're going to go right here to create to launch instance. And it brings us up to where we create an instance or a VM or virtual machine. So the first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to put demo. I'm going to put demo 2. I'm going to put the date today. You can put whatever you want here. Since this is just a demo, I'm not really spending a lot of time figuring out what to name it. So I'm going to pick Amazon Linux right here. You can pick Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, whatever you want. The good thing about Amazon Linux is that it's optimized to work on their machines in their data center. Also down here, by default, it says Amazon Linux 2023. We're going to stick with that. There's also, that's the latest version as of making this video right here, but there's a version before that called Amazon Linux 2. So just to be aware of that. We're going to leave all this down here the same. I'm going to go with micro right here. It's free tier eligible. You could actually go with nano as well, which is a smaller machine than even this, depending on what you're doing. Since we're just messing around with it today, we don't need anything beyond this, and we can always change this later if we need a more powerful machine or whatever. So the next thing we're going to do is we need to create a key pair, and that's so that we can log on encrypted. So I'm going to go create a new key pair here, and I'm going to call it demo 2 again. No leading space. Demo 2 5-12. And I'm going to just leave these defaults right here as this, create a key pair. And it also downloads it as well. So you want to go to your downloads and find where that key is if you want to use SSH from a Linux machine, or if you want to use PuTTY from a Windows machine, or some other SSH application to log in. So down here on networking, there's all sorts of customizations you can make here, but I'm going to just show you the main ones. By default, allow SSH traffic from anywhere is on, and we pretty much want that on so that we can connect to the machine, particularly if we're using PuTTY or something. These two right here is they're HTTPS and HTTP. Those are for web applications. So if you have a website or an application on here, you'll want to check those on. Next is configure storage. I'm going to just go with 8 gigabytes down here because this is just a demo. You may want, for a lot of uses, you probably want maybe 20 gigabytes. You can go up to 30 and still be on the free tier if you're just messing around with stuff. But we're going to just go with 8 here as far as that goes. So these are the main things that we need to set up for basic VM. So then we go over here to launch instance. All right, up here it says success initiated launch of instance, and it gives you the number of the instance. This is a number that or a name it creates for your instance. You can see it says initializing. It may take a couple of minutes for it to continue initializing. It's also now running. If we actually click on this instance number, it gives us information about the machine. And if we check on this and go up here to connect, we can actually connect to the VM without using SSH from another machine, or without using an SSH app like PuTTY. So I'm going to go ahead and go connect here. It'll take a minute, and it's now we've now connected to the Amazon Linux VM that we created. We hit PWD here. Will tell us the directory we're in. By default, we log in using the EC2-user account. And so that's basically how you set up a Linux VM on AWS. And so now you can mess around with that, and at least you have the basics of how to set it up. I'll do other videos on AWS in the future, and I'm planning on doing one on how to connect to it with PuTTY as well. which is actually relatively simple. But you can use this browser interface to connect in using SSH without really doing any extra configuration. So that's the quickest, easiest way to configure and connect to an AWS VM.